Lauren. So today I'm going to tell you all about my riding experience and how I got into riding, where I am now, barn switching, horses. So basically how I got started was my aunt and uncle, they have a farm probably about 2 hours away from where I am now, and they have racehorses. So obviously I'm not a racer, but that's what got me into horses. When I was 8, I started at this Barn 1. So I started at Barn 1, and I was put in a group that didn't really work out for me. I was a very, very beginner child. I was riding a little grumpy pony, very grumpy pony named Eeyore, and so I rode that pony for a little while. I think it might have been like a large pony, maybe a small horse, but whatever. So I was at Barn 1, and I was put into lessons with people who were jumping like 3 foot or like 2 foot like me when I was like barely trotting along. So I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really get anywhere with that barn, which was kind of disappointing, but I mean, what do you do? So from Barn 1, I went and I took a little break. So I was 8, and then I stopped when I was probably like 10. And so I rode from 8 to 10 at Barn 1. And then my freshman year of high school, I would ride like other people's horses for fun throughout the years, or like trail ride with my grandpa. So I mean, if you want to count that. But when I was 14, I think, or 13, I started back up at Barn 2. This was also in my old town where I used to live. I rode at this barn for a month, and then I rode a horse named Rocky, and I loved this barn. I thought it's gorgeous, it's really fun. Actually, my show barn now, we go visit that barn for a show, so I might be vlogging that show or something soon. So I went from Barn 1 and then Barn 2, and then I was there for a month, and what happened was my dad got a job where I am now. So that led us to Barn 3, okay? So Barn 3 is actually my current barn right now. I started there with one trainer, and I called the owner, and I told her kind of like my situation and how I just got back into riding, and that at that time, I was jumping. At Barn 1, I had got into jumping at some point when I was 10, and I was jumping, and I was still not very good, but whatever. So then I took that big break, and I sucked bad, like real bad. So at Barn 3, I started up with a new trainer that I'd never met before, and we took lessons for maybe like 2.5 years, and I got better. I got better. I rode a lot of different horses, like these are all lesson horses, and I rode a lot of them. I probably rode every single lesson horse that they had, and then that trainer went to another barn, so I followed that trainer to Barn 4, okay? So we went to Barn 4, and we were there for a little while. There were some new lesson horses, and I didn't really feel like that was a good place for me. I was out there, and I just wasn't enjoying the lessons or like my time there, really. I actually started dreading lessons, which is really, really sad now that I think about it. I just wasn't enjoying it at all. I would get there, and I would feel like I wasn't getting any better, and just the horses with me personally didn't work out. So I decided to move back to Barn 3. So I went back to Barn 3, and I got a new trainer, and basically that's when I think that's really when I started getting better, to be more where I am right now. So I trained with her for probably around a year, and I decided to become a working student for her soon after I had my first lesson with her. So a working student is basically someone who works for a trainer out there in exchange for lessons. So I would take my normal lesson, and then I would work all day, and then I'd have a lesson at the end of the day, or a free ride. And then basically when I would work, I was like getting horses, I was tacking horses, I was helping kids groom, I was helping them get their stuff out. basically like basic taking care of horses, basically everything but riding for the smaller kids. So I did that for a while, and then a opportunity came up with Dino. So Dino is my current lease horse. I half lease him currently. He became available, and it worked. Like I basically had heard about it, and then I started talking to the owner and her daughter, who's one of my friends, and I ended up starting. I had a lesson on Dino, and it was just like a little trial, basically, like just to see if it worked out. I fell in love with Dino. Like the first ride, I knew, I was like, okay, this is it. Like, I love him. I have to have him. So, originally, actually, I wasn't sure about it yet. I wasn't sure if I was ready to lease. So I actually heard that he was leased by another person. So I told my friend, I was like, if it doesn't work out, because they hadn't like finalized it yet, I was like, if it doesn't work out, give me a call. So what do you know, they gave me a call, and so it didn't end up working out, which is sad for that girl, but it didn't work out. So I decided to lease him. So I brought my mom and my dad up to the barn, and we met up with my current trainer. So the reason why I switched trainers is because this horse, Dino, had been with this trainer for like a really, really long time, because the owner has always trained with her and her husband. So we met up with my current trainer, and she basically explained all about leasing, what it is, and then I decided to lease him, and I became a part of the show team. So I'm now on my barn show team, and we show, I think, like most of the time at least once a month, but there's some, now I think like this coming fall, there's like 3 shows a weekend, and a weekend. So basically, we show a lot, in my opinion. I have been to 5 or 6 shows on Dino. We've done pretty good. Yeah, so no. So we've done pretty good. I've learned a lot every single show. I've definitely became a better rider. So within these past 5 months of me leasing him, I have went from like barely be able to go over 2 foot to now I'm now starting to jump a little bit higher, because I don't know, I'm jumping higher in my lessons, so cool. But not that height doesn't matter. Okay, can we be like real for a second? Sometimes like I feel like people get really caught up in like the highness of their jumps, okay? Like, at least for my division, I'm a hunter rider. I ride hunter jumper. I ride hunters, okay? I personally don't think that height makes you a better rider. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I just don't believe that. I think the jump is the easiest part, and then everything that is coming up to the jump or after the jump is the hardest part. So, if someone ever tries to tell you that just because, like, oh, like, okay, I used to get this all the time before I started leasing, obviously. Like, oh, you're just an academy kid, like, don't you jump, like, 18 inches, like, people would, like, majorly be like, okay, you're not cool. Like, no, like, if you don't have a horse, or even if you do have a horse, but you just don't have the opportunity yet to jump over, like, 2 foot, like, it doesn't matter. It, like, does not matter. Like, you can still learn something new every single lesson and become a much better rider. So, don't ever let someone tell you differently, okay? I know I got off topic, and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to, like, make sure that people knew that. Because I only started jumping a little bit higher recently, and that's not even all the time. Like, most of the time I jump around 2-3 in my lessons, because I show in beginners with Dino. We we show in beginners, and so that is 2-3, and I show probably around once a month. Yeah, my goal is pretty much once a month at least. So that's pretty much where I am now. I show kind of often, for me at least. I am working on, like, recently been working on grids and bounces and something called the suicide circle. If you know what that is, tell me your thoughts on it, because I want to know how you guys feel about it. Because recently, like, woo, okay, suicide circles, they're called suicide circles for a reason. If you don't know what they are, look it up, or like hopefully someone like says it down below, because I'm gonna see what you guys think about it, because okay, like I could make a whole video about how I feel about those circles. Like, yeah, they're like good for you and all that, but woo, okay. So that is where I am now, and I have been working my little butt off because I just want to be the best rider I can be. I'm really happy that I have Dino, even though he's just like my lease horse. We're getting there. Like, I want to say that we're getting there. When I first started leasing him, I go back and I look at videos. I'm like, ooh, like that sucked. Like, oh, that distance sucked. Or oh my god, what are you doing? Like, your rhythm was awful. Like, sometimes I go back and I look at videos. I'm like, why are you going so slow? Like, that sucks. Like, just be real, okay? Like, sometimes it's just amazing. I amaze myself about how bad I sucked. So, but you know, of course, 6 months from now, I'll look back at a video from yesterday, and I'll be like, oh, she sucks. So, you know, whatever. So, basically, I am just planning on getting better and better and better, and doing whatever I can to become a better rider. And not even like riding only, just like being at the barn, learning stuff. Like, I've learned so much about like horse care. Like, when you have a horse, it's kind of crazy how much you learn. Like, you like taking care of them and like just doing like all the extra stuff. I was thinking about doing a video actually about like little ways to take care of your horse, or like nice things to do for your horse, like besides like brushing and giving them treats. Okay, like I'm talking about like actual like care stuff, like okay, I'm no professional. Obviously, I'm not a professional. I'm not a vet, but I thought I'd do like a little video, because I had some people ask me how I take care of Dino when he's 24 years old and he's still going how he is now. I'm not taking full credit for that. I am actually going to take no credit for that. I have only been with him 5 months, okay? Okay, 5 months. The way that he is now is not because of me. It is because of his past owner, and his owner right now, and the trainers that have been with him. Like, they just take the most amazing care of him, and so that is why Dino is the way he is. He is amazing. Sorry, I'm biased. Oopsies. But seriously, like, what horse is 24 and still can jump 3 foot? Like, that's amazing. Not, like, all the time, obviously, but, like, on a good day, my trainer will, like, take him over 3 foot because, you know, why not? So, that is going to be it for my riding story. So, basically, I am where I am now. I am showing. I am trying to be the best I can be. I'm getting better. That's really the main goal, is just to keep progressing and be the best rider I can be, because why ride if you don't want to get better? Unless you just want to ride for fun. But even then, I would still, like, horses, all that jazz. So, let's get into it. Oh my god. Ooh, the highlight. That was so self-absorbed. I'm not like that, I promise. Okay. Marley, come here. Little turd. Come here. Come here. Don't be camera shy. Come love me. Oh god. This is my dog. This is my dog. This is... Okay. This is my dog. This is Marley. He's so cute. Say hello. Okay, bye. Love you. No, go away now. Just kidding.